any other drug.
I like Adderall.
I mean, yeah, can you overdose on anything?
I get a bunch of bad thoughts in my head when I smoke weed.
I'm gonna take a piss while I'm on live stream. Nah, bro, I'm gonna take a piss in front of my fans.
Bro, no.
I only smoke weed unless if I'm drunk first. I smoked weed for 2 years. I started smoking in 2017. It's 2019 now.
You guys can see this, but me and his veins are popping right now.
Scat.
Alright, I don't want to judge Aparri as a character just yet. I mean, there are still one half of the other clips that I haven't watched yet. Hold on to your noses, because things are about to get stinky in part 2. I feel bad for sort of splitting this video up, but it's already long enough as it is, and I didn't want to overheat my computer. Alright, so this is a scary image, jeez. I've already had a bunch of screenshots, you know, from like my followers on my Discord group of like them screenshotting certain bits of a live stream at a really awkward moment. It's kind of funny, but you know. The following clips is more about you know, the pissing side of things, which, you know, it's honestly quite rude. Like, obviously nothing gets shown if you're worried about that. You know, you don't have to click off the video or nothing. You're obviously not allowed to show, you know. And I'm sure he wouldn't be, you know, Aparri's not that dumb to, you know, show his a PP to everyone. What am I doing? But yeah, don't worry about that, you know. He obviously, there's nothing graphic into this. Although people are still extremely cringed out and really bothered about just, you know, the sound and everything. Let me just play the clip so you guys experience it. So this is him, you know, right before.
Oh, that's fine.
And you guys want to know how close I am with you? I'm gonna take a piss while I'm on live stream.
This is honestly so scummy. Like, this is one of the most scummiest things I've ever seen, you know, AnimalJammers do. Just in general in this community. It's honestly beyond me. This is just pathetic. Like, how low can you go? Really, like, the comparison I'm starting to see right now is, like, you know, I'm even cringing out saying their name, but you guys know Logan Paul and Jake Paul. You know, it's sort of like he's trying to do these shocking things on his little live stream to, you know, hopefully entertain his viewers, I guess, but it's really not working. It just seems really obnoxious and really rude, you know, especially ungrateful to his fans. Like, look, there's literally a kid in the chat right now. Like, come on, dude.
Do you want me to take a photo or you fucking...
Nah, bro, I'm
Yeah, see, the guy in the background, as much of a meme as he is, even is advising to the, like, you know, hold the live stream temporarily and, you know, just talk to his fans and kind of advising him not to do it because it's obviously a really dumb idea, you know. But either way, this was his response.
gonna take a piss in front of my fans.
Bro, no.
Sorry for this low battery thing. I was actually running out of battery. This was at about 4 in the morning, I think, by now. Maybe 5 in the morning. Jeez, I'm so sad. But yeah, honestly, this one quote, like, let's just rewind back to that real quick.
I'm gonna take a piss in front of my fans.
Bro, no.
Nah, bro, I'm gonna take a piss in front of my fans.
Bro, no.
Honestly, that is so scummy. Like, that's gotta be one of the scummiest things I've ever seen people from this community do. Especially him, you know, gaining such a massive fan base. And, you know, I'm not judging him based on his past content, you know, what I think of his content really isn't necessary in this, you know. It's sort of just the fact that he obviously went on the Beppa live stream, attracted a bunch of child viewers onto this stream, and now this is a sort of stuff that he decides to do. Like, you know, I sort of see why he doesn't want his past viewers watching this now, you know, his younger audience, but at the same time, it's like, you know, I would honestly feel offended even if I was an older viewer watching this. Like, I literally was triggered over this. Just the fact that he's literally, you know, being so disrespectful and just outright pissing on his fans, you know. It's just really bad out of order.
Listen, bro, don't do that.
See? Once again, his friend advising him not to do it. And as much of a meme he is, and as silly as he acts as well in this video, you know, as the way he depicts himself, he's honestly advising him not to do it as well, which, you know, You've got a good friend there, Aparri. But yeah, this whole peeing incident is another thing I address in DMs later on with him, and you know, he sort of does acknowledge that it was a really dumb and stupid idea. But anyway, let's carry on.
Who cares if they hear some fucking piss at the water?
Bro, you're gonna break the seal though.
Who cares if it has some piss? Like, I mean, come on. Did you really think this was necessary to include? Like, your live stream wasn't that boring. It was honestly fairly fun. You know, you interacting with all of your viewers and all your fans, you know, talking about your music, things like that. It's just stuff like this, and like the way you answer some of the questions and treat the fans, you know. Stuff like this, like, really just brings your character just really, really low, you know. People's perceptions on you will begin to change, and, you know, just the way you treat people. People will, you know, recognize it.
But I'm going to the bathroom first.
And there we go. Here we enter the piss matrix. Jeez. The next clip, I just can't. Alright, here we go. Once again, I'm just gonna say, you know, viewer discretion is advised, you know. It's up to you if you want to watch this part. If not, just skip, like, I want to say 15 seconds, around about there, you know. There's nothing really that gross revealed in it, honestly. It's just the fact that the way he's treating people. But anyway, there we go.
Sometimes I feel like I'm really fucking ugly, but then again, I'm unique as fuck, and everyone's unique as fuck. Remember that. You're unique as fuck. If you think you're ugly,
What the hell?
just know there's no one else in the whole entire world that has your exact facial features. So you're beautiful.
I would say right back at you, Aparri, but I honestly can't take you serious after you're talking to your viewers whilst pissing. Like, this is just so ridiculous. Who would have thought, like, imagine 3 years ago, you know, just watching some sick Aparri videos. Who would have thought that would come to watching a live stream of Aparri peeing, you know? Boy, things surely do change. How the jam bastards have fallen. Just kidding.
I've smelled so much pee in my life. I can.
Yeah. So, you know, a few viewers in the chat were obviously pointing out, you know, how gross it is and how weird it is. And also, Shannon and Carls, who are you? Why are you telling me to get out? I'm enjoying my sick Aparri live stream. Who's this girl? Look at this little emo You know what? I promised myself to keep this one PG, but this person, how rude.
I have the best fans.
You do have the best fans, Aparri. I'm honestly surprised people have stuck up, you know, with you throughout all of this. Obviously, you know, the most dedicated fans are the ones that subscribe to you, you know, even after the Beppa live stream, are the ones that chose to follow you, you know, after that whole little 2-minute quitting video where you really didn't address anything, and just, even now, how you're saying, you just, you know, you don't want any of your viewers to follow you, you know, from the past. The fans that you have right now are really, really dedicated and should be really grateful, no matter how many of them there is, you know. And right at the moment, he's got 1k followers, you know, which is, I don't want to say small, but, you know, it's nowhere near compared to the 300k audience he used to have. But, you know, just the fact that 1k people still, you know, with him throughout all of this and support him, you know, it really means a lot. And I hope that by people watching this and by Aparri, you know, hopefully realizing the things. I mean, he already has realized his mistakes, you know, he told me this through the DMs, but I just really hope, you know, he starts getting his acts together and sort of acting a bit different, I guess. Because his followers honestly are like a really dedicated bunch, like a really nice group of people. Apart from Shannon, of course. Shannon, you get out.
It's only 15 of y'all. I feel like you're my family.
Referring to us as his family whilst he has a pee-pee in the toilet. Great.
Dad potty. Wait,
Drop out of school and
Wait. I mean, I really hope he's joking. Once again, a footage of Aparri that I never thought I would ever see, you know? Him doing the Juul, you know, an e-cig, whilst telling his viewers to drop out of school. I really hope this is a meme that he's doing. This is just... This has to be ironic at this point, you know? But yeah, this whole live stream, like, you can tell he's trying to be, you know, somewhat entertaining, a bit quirky and that, but honestly, he was doing a great job, like, sort of interacting with his followers, telling him what he wants to do and things like that. But just the bunch of actions and some of the things he said, like the way he treated them, is really ruined the moment, honestly. This could have been a great opportunity for a live stream, you know? He could have gained a lot more traction from his past viewers. Not that he hasn't already, but just in general, like, people wouldn't have the perception on him that they do right now.
I kind of want another cup of Henny.
Well, it's confirmed. Aparri's addicted to alcohol. Now, honestly, though, this does make me wonder, you know, how much exactly he drinks and how much of the time he's thinking straight, you know? Like, throughout this live stream, he was obviously drunk and possibly drugged, but it's just, you know... I mean, if it helps with his artistic side of things, it's, you know, fine to have a drink, but if he's walking around drunk all the time, it's kind of, especially at his age, he is of age to do it if he wants to, but it's just like, come on, like, it's sort of sad to see him, you know, degrade himself into this when he can do so much more, not just with his music, you know, but in general.
Why do good girls like bag?
The cringe. Oh no. At this point, just... I don't think there's any other sins Aparri can commit. I mean, he could kill someone and it probably wouldn't be as bad as some of the things he's presented so far. More TikToks. Great. Right, here we go, guys. We're gonna approach a point where Aparri, you know, for the first time notices me, I guess. You know, he remembers who I am. So yeah, I'm gonna share this beautiful moment with you. It's a big fat whiff, you know, that he's... It's a big fat whiff of Jewel before, you know, putting out his great speech.
Patch the Alpha. I think you used to talk shit about my sister, but I feel like you're a pretty good dude. Just don't talk shit about my sister, and I'll fuck with you.
Alright, so here we have it. Aparri wants to F with me, you know, Aparri, just next time you're near the UK, just, you know, hit me up and we can, you know, arrange something. On a serious note, though, it's nice that, you know, he remembers me, I guess. He obviously has a negative perception of me. And as I mentioned before, you know, I really have nothing against Aparri. I've never been in any beef or drama throughout the many years in the community that I've been. And, you know, I have been irrelevant for certain points, but, you know, even back when I was relevant and even during all the drama that's been going on that I've participated in, you know, where I've been the central, you know, with the drama, he was never really getting involved, you know, or just kind of calling me out on it. Aparri never really got involved, you know, like, he never tried to make posts about me or talk shit about me, unlike his sister, of course. You see, the thing with Sarah, aka Kosho, aka Beppa, whatever you want to call her nowadays, I do have huge issues with her. Like, I can genuinely say I dislike her as a person. Like, Aparri to me just seems like a guy that is honestly, you know, just a bit lost at the moment, you know, made a bunch of bad decisions, but Beppa honestly to me just seems like a bad person in general. And, you know, my bad if I offend Aparri by saying this, but some of the stuff, you know, it was actually Beppa talking shit to me. You guys may have seen it if you followed me on Instagram for quite a while. There's been a point where I've been in some drama with Scorm. You guys remember Scorm, the blue Aparri? Where basically that's at the time where Beppa and Scorn was kind of a thing. I think it was getting shipped. I'm not sure if they were actually together. Anyway, I'm not gonna tell you guys the whole story. Basically, Beppa made a bunch of, you know, posts talking shit about me and sort of telling her viewers to, you know, not hate on me, but just block my account, which of course, you know, most of our viewers are really young, so they didn't listen to us. So I got spammed with a bunch of hate from a bunch of Beppa fans. So yeah. It's not just that interaction I've had with Beppa though, you know, I've had a bunch of, even just her recent video where she fakes quitting, you know, to clickbait because the views on her channel were low. It's just really scummy, and, you know, with Beppa I do have a huge problem. But Aparri, like, I honestly don't hate the guy, and I'm glad that throughout the years we haven't really had, you know, major beef that would impact either of us. And if you guys think we have some sort of beef after this whole thing, I can assure you that, you know, I will explain this even later on. I keep saying this, but I want to kind of go in a chronological order, so I'll talk about this last. But we did talk through the DMs, and, you know, I think we've sort of got things resolved, I guess. Not creepy at all. Drunk Aparri shows up into your room at 3 AM and does this. What do you do? This is so memeable. Like, I probably shouldn't be joking around as much because I sort of wanted this to be like a, you know, announcement sort of video thing, like an important thing, but, you know, honestly, there's a lot that shouldn't be taken too seriously into this, and he was trying to do an entertainment live stream, you know. It's just some of the things he did are obviously going to be questioned and people won't find right. And so yeah, that's pretty much the end of the live stream, I guess. I mean, and that's like most of the things that happened throughout the whole live stream, you know. I tried to get as much things, you know, just so people don't think I'm lying about my points I make, you know. I really didn't want to like sort of take any clips or put them out with context, you know. Hopefully I've explained and given a fair bit of, you know, criticism as well as, you know, given Aparri. I feel like I haven't really been, you know, harsh at all, and that wasn't the aim of the video at all, as I mentioned. You know, it's not a hate video of any sort. I'm just sort of, I'm really interested in this whole thing because, you know, Aparri was the most popular jammer in the community. I mean, he still is the most subscribed, I believe. So yeah, it's just sort of interesting in, you know, having a brief look at what his journey is, what he's doing now, and how he's acting, because even though he's not involved in the AJ community anymore, I think it's still important that, you know, the old fans, that he treats them right, because, you know, 300,000 people that have subscribed to him, that have cared enough to, you know, view more of his content, it should really mean a lot more to him than it does now. But anyway, at the end of the live stream, I actually reached out to Aparri, you know, regarding just in general all the things he did, the way he left the community and the way he's just treating his fans, because honestly, it's not really that important that I got triggered for this video, you know. I'm just sort of looking at the mind, and I wasn't the only one. Later on when I posted, the reason why I posted these clips, first of all, on my Instagram, was just to see the general reaction from the Aparri fans, like, see if I would receive backlash for this, just sort of like a little social experiment type of thing. But yeah, I actually found that, you know, Aparri fans weren't really that mad. They were just more like, you know, disappointed that he's doing this sort of stuff. Like, they have no problem with him carrying on to YouTube. It's just sort of like, once again, going back to this whole thing, I feel like I'm updating everybody more on Aparri than he is, you know, to his own fans, which is a real shame because, you know, all of these followers that he's gained throughout the years, he could do really something great with them, you know. He did mention on his live stream that he wants to put out an album, you know. That would be great for his viewers, especially since his songs, you know, have meaning. He could sort of, you know, really inspire people. I know one of the people he looks up to personally is, you know, XXXTentacion. So yeah, you know, he was quite a public speaker, you know, really inspired a lot of, especially, you know, even kids at the age that Aparri fans are. So it would be really nice to, you know, see him sort of, you know, take over the rapping sort of thing, but also, you know, care about his fans more. As I mentioned before, me and Aparri did talk afterwards throughout the DMs. I sent him about, how do I explain this? You know when your girlfriend sends you that really, 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 really long message that you just keep scrolling up but can't seem to find the end? I sent him one of those, but twice. Because basically there's like sort of an Instagram DM limit that you reach. So I reached the limit 2 times. So he saw these, you know, 2 massive long paragraphs. And I also linked in my video playlist, you know, about Aparri, because I didn't want him to, you know, feel like I've been talking shit about him for the, you know, past few videos. Because honestly, I'm just like, as I mentioned, these videos weren't to hate on him by any means. It was just kind of to, you know, make him realize that he has made some mistakes and sort of update on his viewers what he's doing. But yeah, so after sending him these 2 long messages, you know, I was finally thinking I can go to bed. Because at this point it was about 6 in the morning and I had college in 2 hours, so I thought, wow, I get 2 hours of sleep. But Aparri actually messaged me back real fast, you know. It really showed that he did care about this whole situation. He actually messaged 2 people within the community that posted these clips. One was my friend Xiyoshi, sorry if I'm butchering names. But yeah, he sort of messaged her, you know, sort of apologizing, and then he messaged me, and he responded to my message, you know, really fairly, basically apologizing to all of his viewers for the things he did. Oh, and also, the reason why I'm not showing DMs for this section is because Aparri has, you know, asked me if I could, you know, not show these DMs because they're sort of personal to him and he wants to keep them private. So I decided to, you know, I could have easily revealed this because there isn't really even that much, you know, private stuff that, he mentioned, but just the fact that, you know, you responded and the sort of things he said, you know, made me want to, you know, give him respect for that. So I'm deciding not to, you know, show actual images of DMs, but well, basically, all it came down to was Aparri just apologizing, you know, for the bad things he did on live stream and in general, you know. He said he really messed up and he said that he's gonna, you know, obviously try to do better. Another important thing he mentioned even in the first message as well was that he's not, you know, he's not going to become a crazy drug addict, you know. He's saying that he's trying to, you know, he's keeping everything under control, I assume. So, you know, that's great to hear, especially for his fans, because I'm sure, you know, a lot of his followers are obviously worried about him after all of this stuff coming out as well. I once again reinforced to him that, you know, he should carry on, you know, thanking his fans, obviously all of the followers that he has gained so far and all the ones that he's doing, and, you know, treat him with respect. And I apologize if I sounded, you know, very hostile towards him, because, you know, after posting all these videos and things like that, and even things that I said, you know, in a chat or in that really long DM may have seemed a bit negative towards him, you know. It was honestly, you know, really good about it, and sort of, I guess, appreciate the fact that I'm, you know, looking out for him and his viewers. Sort of like his little PR manager. But anyway, one thing I actually found out was that Aparri is a fan of the channel, guys. That's right, guys, Aparri subscribed. Are you? It was honestly, you know, really nice to see, to hear from him that he said that he has already watched all of my videos, you know, the three previous ones on him, fully from start to end. And I honestly wasn't expecting it, really. It was sort of like more of a public video that I wanted to make, you know, sort of updating people, as I already mentioned. But yeah, it's nice that he... Not only did he watch my videos, you know, he must have, like, been looking through, like, AnimalJam videos about him leaving AJ and sort of stuff like that. So once again, it does show that he sort of still cares about the community, I guess, and what people's perceptions are on him. And, you know, once again, especially in the last two messages, we were being, you know, very civil and respectful to each other, because I don't want this to blow up into some major drama or anything like that. He complimented me for being very authentic with my viewers, obviously, you know, especially in this AJ community, how everyone seems to be so forced positivity and, you know, just trying to really fake their personality in order to gain more viewers and things like that. I'm not all about that, you know. This is mainly why I do these sort of videos on, even if the topic is sort of like drama related, you know. I'm sort of basically an AJ commentary channel, I guess you can call it, so I sort of, you know, have to talk about these things. And as harsh as I may have sounded in this video or in any of the posts I made, I guess, or any of my previous videos, you know, I honestly do mean the best for Aparri. He's clearly really passionate about his whole music thing and his rapping career, so we can, you know, go ahead and obviously do that. But just, you know, the points I made, I still stand by him, you know, I'm really firm about him. I don't want to let Aparri off the hook too much, I guess, but at the same time, you know, after talking with the guy, especially, you know, it's that sort of human contact, I guess, that we had through messaging, it really, you know, sort of helped me understand his views more. And I guess for the closing statement, I'm going to talk directly to Aparri, because he's most likely going to be watching this video. So yeah, I hope you don't take any of this in a bad way, dude. I mean, honestly, I really do, with respect to the stuff you're doing right now, you know, the whole music stuff and how you've moved on to AJ to something that can potentially, you know, really benefit you and really get you a great career and in general an even bigger fan base. But just remember where you started from, you know, all those 300,000 followers. It's really impressive, you know, all the people that cared about you. Make sure to treat them right as well, especially if you decide to include them into your new projects, you know, sort of stuff like music. Because once you went on Beppa's podcast sort of thing, and, you know, it sort of seems like you want your old viewers to sort of enjoy your new content, I would really love it if Aparri, you know, you made some sort of better video sort of explaining what's going on with your channel, you know, because I know Lee had your channel, your girlfriend had your channel for a while now, and you sort of reverted your name back because she no longer wanted it, I guess. It would be sort of good to, you know, produce some sort of a longer video, you know, possibly even an Aparri documentary of some sorts, including more detailed explanations on why you left, what you plan on carrying on doing, and sort of where your followers can find you, you know. take advantage of it, dude, because honestly, I think all of your followers and having those eyes on you will help you. Just don't do stupid shit again, you know? It's sort of like really this careless behavior. I just don't want people to view you as sort of a Logan Paul or Jake Paul of the AnimalJam community, you know, because you've honestly had a massive influence on a lot of people in here, you know. So yeah, Aparri, just know that me and many others in this community, you know, are still supporting you, especially with your, you know, music and whatever you want to carry on doing in the future. So yeah, feel free to just keep on doing whatever you want, dude, but, you know, just remember that a lot of your past audience are still kids, and, you know, the stuff you do now might not be that appropriate to them. And since now we have, you know, a civil relationship, I guess, you know, feel free to come over on my AJ TeaSpill podcast if you'd like, you know, talk a little about yourself, what you plan on doing in the future, sort of address any, you know, issues you might have with this video or with any of the others, talk about, you know, just in general what your AJ career has been like. I think it would be really, really interesting for some of your viewers to, you know, finally get somewhat of a closing statement from you as well on why you quit. And I think it will generally be a really good way of just, you know, sort of, if you really want to do that, you know, just a final goodbye to the community, I guess. And Aparri, if you do come on my AJ podcast, I will wear Aparri merch for 1 month and put your SoundCloud link into my videos for all month. Let me know if we have a deal. Hope you enjoyed, guys. I'm sorry it was really cringy. It was all unscripted and I've barely had any sleep. I'm finally going to get a nap and probably edit this the following day. So yeah, goodbye. Aparri, come on the podcast. I know you want to.
I'm the only one that get the job done. I don't know a jammer that can cover for me. Yeah. Got some errors from my days, and he won't say he copy, but he copies like a carbon copy. Believe me, I'm the jammer boy, they love me in the Z. I'm not trying to find nobody else to beat. I'm the one they come to see because they all believe me. It's been me and Buzzness off the rip. I'm the man that put him off the quit. If a jammer messed with him, I'll put him down quick. Got a verse for anybody wanna talk about the click. I've been taking this lot, you don't wanna hear me trip. Man, do y'all really know who you're messing with? Yeah, I mean you can't blame me for wondering. Doesn't matter, could be winter or the summer on my chain. I do J2 agent numbers, I don't ever miss. Yeah, Hyper and Cash, no. When Lex and Cena trying to start, we'll put this thing up on her back and I'll